Are we going to be able to do it? Are we going to be able to change the condition of our people? Are we going to be able to feed these people, house these people, shelter these people? The white man is able to do it. The Chinaman is able to do it. The Hindu is able to do it. What will stop us from doing it besides the desire not to do it or the weakness to realize that we can't do it? That's the only thing that can stop us. That's what I say. I don't have time to entertain that conversation. I can do that for a little while. But if you want to see the condition of people change, quit being double-minded, quit being shysty, quit being acting like you can be on both sides of the table, and do it. Your real question is not how are we going to do it, but are you going to do it? We're already doing it. That's the real question that they actually have in their minds. Am I going to do it? And I would call them out and let them know that, look, if you're worried, if you think you're concerned about money, you want to bling and floss, you want to navigate it, you're not going to do it. I'll do it. I already can see through you. I can see what's stopping you and why you're not going to be able to do it. We get around, we get amongst each other, and we have practiced this ritual of not knowing each other. We got this ritual called, you know what, I don't really know what you might do. When people come around me, I know what they're going to do, and I know what they ain't going to do. In 5 seconds. Do you see the point I'm making? I can tell in 5 seconds what a person is and is not going to do, what they're dealing with, what the challenges are, what the name are for doing that particular thing. I can tell. And we should get to that level, correct?
It's not judgment.
So we're not going to play intellectual games when real warriors can see other people's hearts. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. A real warrior can feel the heart of another warrior. Can feel fear and doubt and limitation. A real warrior can feel that. That's why he left and he said, y'all some warriors. We on something spiritual. Like it's a difference.
Ain't no difference.
It's no difference. You either gay or you straight. You feel me? Let's just keep it real. There's no difference between spirituality and warrior. A spiritual person is the most of a warrior. He is the most of a warrior. Because he's challenging all the delusions of the material world. Buddha was a warrior. He had to challenge all the desire and attachment and the fears and the doubt and the limitation to walk a journey that was unknown to man to spiritually develop himself. Buddha was a warrior. So people come and say, well, you sound real philosophical. I sound that way to you. But philosophers have started all of the revolutions. Confucius, Mao, there's no revolution without philosophy. And philosophical thinking is an act of revolution because you're now thinking outside of the matrices of everybody who's institutionalizing you. It's not until you can become a philosopher can you really become a revolution. Even before Prophet Muhammad, there were poets that were writing poems of revolution. The Quran is just one of the poems. You see them making, they don't tell you that. But you have many great Arabic poets before Prophet Muhammad that wrote their Qurans, but they just was not looked at as Qurans because it didn't come in a type of Judeo-Christian methodology. The Quran is a Judeo-Christian book, but they're not going to tell you about Rumi and other poets, Sufi poets, Khalil Gibran, and the list goes on. You see, they're going to just tell you, just deal with this Quran. So my point is, revolution comes from philosophy. Any revolution that exists, you can trace it back to a philosopher. Any revolution that exists. Somebody had a philosophical ideology that transformed the community and the thinkers in the minds of the people. So my point that I'm making is that we have to be able to look at people and tell if they're warriors at this point in the game. If they're scared, if they're afraid of nothing of which they'll be afraid of, you can't fear death. It's happening anyway. You don't need to fear it. You're going to leave this earth. But your fear of death will put you in the hands of the enemy. Because you think that your enemy is so powerful that he can save you and he's going to torture you. Go to him and say, well, I got cancer. Well, okay, well, get in the microwave then. You going for healing and he's going to hook you up for killing. Well, get in the microwave, let me turn it all the way up and you'll be all right. Do you understand the point that I'm making? But if you had to deal with your own fear of death and just change your nutrition and start becoming healthier in your own life and trusting yourself to do the right thing, then you would not have been tortured by the enemy. Do you see what I'm making? But since you didn't have this self-esteem or self-confidence or self-realization, that you went off into the enemy.